Continuing our discussion further in this next part of the series, we'll again cover five charts. This is we are almost like halfway mark in the series, and we are in episode six or part six, we call it. And in the meantime, we realize that there are a couple of stocks which are not exactly Nifty stocks, but we still covered it. So maybe I'll cover up the missed stocks in the next few parts, but again, this part will keep it only to five charts. We'll start with ONGC. ONGC started again in 2020. That's the latest part of the cycle. It looks like it has completed the whole five moves of this, whole five waves of this current cycle. Now I'll quickly go back to the monthly chart. And here also I see that the complete market cycle constituting of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 waves looks like it is complete. Now, if I see the falls from here, say 1 to 2 and 3 to 4, the falls are bigger. And this was in fact, so I'm expecting again, like in all other cases where we have completed one entire cycle, the fall is expected to be slightly bigger. Now this was ONGC, Tata Motors. Coming to Tata Motors again, I'm starting with monthly. You can see a very clear, well-defined 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is what wave 5 is what we are in currently. Now we'll zoom in wave 5 a little more, but it is in the last leg or the last wave of the business cycle. Now we'll switch to weekly and see from 2020 how it has worked or how it has moved. Now from 2020, we can see that it has completed wave 1, 2, and 3. So this is actually making uh, and looks like fourth wave of the fourth wave of the fifth bigger wave is also what we call it 5354. Again, it's just a convenience. There is no standard rule for it. Now, surprisingly, or one pattern that we generally see observe in wave 5, which is called ending diagonal, is what we are seeing in Tata Motors. Now, when 5 will be complete whenever that happens. So again, the price is expected to rise a little here from here to make the last wave of the impulse here. Now, whenever this ending diagonal is complete, the crash is going to be very sharp. So that's a peculiarity of ending diagonal. And when we see ending diagonal, it's like a warning sign. So Tata could fall a great deal later, not immediately. It has a wave to complete, and after that we expect being a property of an ending diagonal. Third is NTPC. Now NTPC again I'll switch to weekly, monthly. Now here a very what you say slow and very patience testing kind of a move from 2008, from where exactly the last fall had been, which is 60%, till say COVID. It was in a very slow sideways movement. From there, it has gone or sort of shot like a rocket. So this is a kind of a multi-bagger or a symbolic multi-bagger stocks. Generally, the multi-bagger stocks will have a set of what you say set of characteristics like this. So there'll be a very slow movement for mostly going for so many years, and then it will sort of pick up. Now, looking at this, a lot of us might immediately think of Yes Bank or say Vodafone Idea to be multi-baggers. I don't know if they are currently, but at least they will have to get into a very long, slow sideways trend for a few years, then probably they can skyrocket a bit. I mean, it's a possibility, not necessarily that they'll definitely go that path. Now coming back to NTPC, from wave 2, it is completing wave 3 and we are expecting a fall of about 60%. Again, uh, will like the price will again expected to go up from wave 4, but currently it looks like it has made a top. Next is JSW Steel. Okay, again we are in monthly 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and then we are in wave 5. Okay, now I'll zoom in into a weekly chart. So from 2020, where I have marked 4 here, I mean, I've not marked exactly, but I called it 4. So this is fourth wave. From 4, we are now getting into 1, 2, and 3. So this will be 5, 1. If I use the last notation, this will be 5, 2. This is going to be 5, 3. Now, interestingly, in the third wave, we have completed 11 moves so far, and there is a possibility that it may make a higher high a little. I mean, it won't be a very big jump, but looks like one move is pending for here to make the top. Next is power grid. Okay, power grid again. I'm starting directly from 2020. There is not much of a thing to say. It's the same story in almost all the stocks. Wherever it has started, it is reaching certain maturity of the cycle or whatever. So for this particular stock, this was the base. I'll for a moment go to monthly only. This was a base from where the cycle started. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you can make out, and then it is probably in the third wave from 2020. When we go back to weekly again, it has completed 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, again in the previous case, I think we had seen it in the last part that unless this trend line is broken, there is still a possibility that it could go a little further. So there are certain signs or certain uh, symptoms by which I'm saying that probably this is the top. But technically, unless this trend line is broken, it is not a confirmation that the top is made. So power grid could start falling a bit. Now it could have a fall similar to its earlier wave. So that was about it. So this was part 6. We have about another 20 odd stocks. So I think next 4 videos I'll try to wrap it up over this weekend so that we have one series complete. Thank you so much for viewing our content, and we are seeing that there is a lot of curiosity being created. I think we are being reached out by a few, and they are taking a lot of interest into learning Elliott waves. That's a good sign. Second thing is that we are growing in terms of viewership as well. So earlier the numbers and the numbers of the recent number of views in the recent videos, that is also gradually increasing. So we thank you so much for that, and uh, keep watching this content and keep asking your queries. Get me to do more and more such videos. If you have any queries, any questions, or if you want us to cover something else as well, you can put it into comments, and do subscribe to our channel if you already haven't. I still see in the analytics part that about 81% of the viewers in the last week who have watched our content have not subscribed. So please, guys, we take some efforts to make these videos. Please, please, please do subscribe to channel if you like our content. Thank you so much.